Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy for today's Micros Market Recap. It is February 24th, just after 4 p.m. Eastern here in New York. Is closed. Let's get right into it with micro oil. All of our markets were very volatile today. If we just scroll back here in oil, you can see that we clearly opened gap up. That overnight news with Ukraine and Russia drove the market up in oil and gold, but we opened gap up, and they decided to bring it back down. So all that news and information with Ukraine and Russia apparently was good enough to bring it back down almost to yesterday's close, but once we finally got into the contract, you can see our HVA starting to hold. Right when we first hit it, boom, bounced off a winner. And then shortly after that, the market closed at 230. But they did make quite the headway into the market there. Moving on to gold, like I said, it also opened gap up from yesterday's range. If we just scroll back to the opening here, it was also quite a large opening from its contract. So it opened well above the close from yesterday here. And just like oil, they decided to bring it down. I guess that little Russian invasion wasn't as important as the overnight guys thought it was, as they drove that market back down. It did not reach its range at all, or the close from yesterday before the market closed. Remember, gold closes earlier than oil, but the aftermarket has already reached that and is well within yesterday's range and close. But moving on to our equities, no different in terms of such a gap opening, but this time we were on the downside. Equities were below our contract range. I'll just scroll back here. And much like the other two markets, I guess the guys trading the ES and NASDAQ thought that news of the overnight was not that big of a deal, and they brought it back up well into yesterday's range, got beyond the close, and were in common ground. When we first hit those HVAs that we give out our students, you can see how well it performed. Monster winner, but those buyers still wanted to drive it up, and again, monster performance off those HVAs that are given to our students each night, with it closing as a positive. Same with the NASDAQ. Looks like we'll be closing well above the close from yesterday. So almost the same story, except for 500 points compared to 100 points down at the open. Let's scroll back here. NASDAQ was down from about 500 points from its close yesterday or so. And again, like I said, they just didn't think that news of the Ukraine, Russia was very big, and they brought it up. So they must have seen some sort of good in that. If you're into buying that information, I, on personal belief, think all markets are rigged. But again, these levels, you can see how well they held in the NASDAQ, both on the shorts here and then the longs. Remember, these levels are given out to our students each night prior to their trading session that is opening. So we did close positive for the day. Huge moves, huge volume and participation with today's market. Now, that being said, tomorrow it could be different. It's just the way of the game, you could say. You got to take it one step at a time and just trade what's in front of you. If you don't know how to trade, or if you want to learn more about these levels that we give our students each night that perform awesomely for them, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettradingacademy.com. Get in touch with the representative there, and you will quickly find out for yourself why we are the #1 trading education and why we have so many live profitable students in our rooms each day. With that said, if you haven't checked out Pat's videos of the wins, losers, and break evens based off of the methodologies taught in that room. You should check them out, as you will see levels that are in front of you right now being shown there as well from those student submissions as they are being graded and critiqued on each of their entries, both winners, losers, and break evens, you can say. We look forward to seeing you in the rooms.